A 6-year-old shelter cat named Quilty is the internet's latest animal star after he kept breaking fellow felines out of their enclosures. Staff at the Friends for Life Animal Rescue and Adoption organization in Houston had to wrangle the freed cats back into their own abodes on multiple occasions. Let's check out the video.
All right, going viral tonight, a Houston cat's hysterical antics. His name is Quilty, and he's guilty of orchestrating escapes en masse at his shelter. The internet is calling his punishment, solitary confinement, downright clawful. Taisha Walker live at the Friends for Life Animal Rescue in the Heights. Quilty not there right now. He's getting his own taste of freedom with a foster family, but Taisha, his antics were for real.
They were. And you know, Dominique, we get the sense that Quilty didn't like being a shelter cat, so he decided to break out of the joint repeatedly. And you know what? It might have worked in his favor. Quilty may have finally made it out of the big house, the Friends for Life Animal Rescue and Adoption Shelter in Houston. Escape and confinement was the easy part. How not to get caught would take skill.
Don't let that face fool you. Shelter workers say Quilty is guilty of opening the door to the senior cat room to let out his herd.
He has gotten out quite a few times. The last straw on the camel's back was kind of the day he let them out 3 times in a row in the middle of the afternoon with us watching him.
The first time it happened, employees had to pause. 12 free-roaming cats caused quite a catastrophe in the middle of the night.
One cat had peed on the mouse pad, one cat had pooped in the donation bin. Things were on the floor.
Video like this one gave the shelter an idea who was the culprit, so the shelter tried locking Quilty up in his own kennel.
And he busted out of that really quickly.
They tried several methods, but each time was outsmarted by the crafty cat.
Did not want to be confined. He did not want to be contained. He's got no shame. And Quilty has such a big personality.
So how did Quilty do it? Shelter workers suspect he would jump on the door handle to let himself and other cats out. But you can't blame him. Quilty had a taste of freedom before. He was first adopted from the shelter 6 years ago, but recently returned to the shelter when his owner moved. Quilty finally made parole. He's on a week-long sleepover with a potential family.
As far as I know, he hasn't let the dogs out into the world, so that's good. I'm waiting for that call.
Quilty is quite social media famous. He has 32,000 followers on Instagram alone. He now has merchandise with his face and different hashtags like hashtag Quilty Not Guilty. Those items are for sale with all proceeds benefiting the shelter here. We're told that it could help with spay and neuter programs as well. As for Quilty himself, we're still waiting to hear if his adoption will be finalized. Reporting live in the Heights, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channels News.
He's my spirit animal.
The perpetrator ended up being temporarily banished of the lobby, so the room called the Quilty Proof, according to a Facebook post. You hear what I said? The perpetrator? The Quilty will not be contained, and he has no shame, the shelter wrote in the post. Quilty loves to let cats out of the senior room repeatedly, several times a day. Quilty didn't pick up his jailbreaking skills at the facility, however. He used to let his dog siblings in the house at his old home that he lived in. The organization wrote, Quilty is now on a week-long trial at a possible forever home where his potential adopter said he hasn't showed any slickness at all yet. We wish Quilty good luck. Good story. I would break my friends out too out of jail if I could. Like, I get it. Kind of like Quilty. Good job, Quilty. Anyways, take care, guys.